Hello camper! Welcome to our Geek Campfire, where we are burning yet another witch. So the weather is nice here in Riga and the hype is pumping for E3. But today we are going to be talking about, for media, Justice League, Gods and Monsters, the Mockingjay Part 2 trailer that was released for the movie, and True Detective Season 2, which is right about the bend. For games, we're basically just going to cover everything E3, because the hype is real and we feel it. And lastly, we're going to talk about a bunch of events for you to check out, which would be Utana, a Mortal Kombat tournament at a bar called Kad Zebras Deg, and UniCon Games Evening, and UniCon Meetup. So anyway, everything is shown in the description below, and you can skip to whatever interests you most.
Are you done, Mikus?
Yep.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
So we're done for today. Can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the wolf comes in.
Let's wrap it up. Check the links if you want to, to know about something.
Can you not? Let's just carry on, shall we?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so with Mac, you could definitely start us off with some Justice League, Gods and Monsters.
Yeah. So, basically, a new animated movie is coming out, just like always. DC is making something unique in the animated front, even though they are kind of bad for the movies. So on July 28th this year, a new animated movie, Justice League Gods and Monsters, is getting released. And as a sort of a hype, with the partnership of Machinima, DC actually released 3 unique clips showing the heroes of this Justice League. So basically, as we all know, the Justice League main 3 protagonists are Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. But this series has a twist. So basically, they are not the heroes that we know. And these 3 clips that were shown as a sort of a 3 trailers, show the grim personalities of these new heroes. Yeah, did you guys actually watch these clips or something?
Oh yeah, check them out, definitely.
Yeah, we've watched the clips and read some info, and apparently it's taking place in another universe, like the alternate universe. So that's another reason why they're not the same Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman we know.
Well, there are a lot of universes and Earth planets in DC universe, so basically
I can barely keep up with them lately.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's another one.
Yep.
Now there's just put it in the pile, hey guys, a big pile, just add another one. But still.
So basically the one that intrigued me most was the Superman one, the bomb.
So why exactly that one?
Yeah, because I really like the twists. Yeah, and basically, in this episode, sort of a clip, we see a Superman that is not a Superman at all. He doesn't look like a Superman. He doesn't act like a Superman, and he's more of a selfish personality here. And he wears a sort of a goatee beard. That also speaks of his kind of negative personality. So basically, based on the premise, there is no Kal-El in this universe as a Superman on the Earth. It is actually the son of General Zod, who was a villain in the canon universe, and here I think, and basically he is sort of a chaotic neutral type of character.
He's a douche.
yeah. But still, he's quite righteous to help people. Yeah, and I really like the premise. I don't want to spoil even this trailer.
Well, he helped people because that explosion, spoilers,
and
would have wiped out everything.
Already spoiled.
It actually hit my feels on that because that was something that was a moment with a big M. Also the
Batman one. What about
that?
Harley Quinn.
Batman really surprised me.
The
Well,
Batman in this universe.
Nice twist at the end, right?
That he's actually a bat.
Yeah. So basically, Batman in this universe is Kirk Langstrom. He is known in the canon universe as Man-Bat, a scientist who developed a serum that managed to turn himself into a bat mutant, and he lost his intelligence, etc., and just ravaged on the city of Gotham. And this time, actually, quite interesting fact, he is voiced by Michael C. Hall. You know him by the role in the famous series Dexter.
Ah, I see.
The serial
So no
killer.
Grim Batman.
Yeah.
Talking about voices, if I can interject, the Harley Quinn, which also appears in the trailer, noticed that her voice acting is the same as in the Batman video games, like the Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
Yeah. It was
Same
quite
girl.
similar.
Yeah,
Speaking of Batman again, well, in that trailer, was he in his true form? Like you said, he injects himself with serum and gets like mutated
He does look
things.
different,
Yeah, but I mean, like, does he like transform like Spider-Man does when he's mutating completely?
Or is he like just another kung fu
or is he like
guy?
that already?
We actually don't know. It's another universe, and we are shown just the snippets of that thing. Yeah.
It does drink blood though, for one reason or another.
Oh,
And-
spoilers.
And the Wonder Woman is not Diana too. It's Becca. It is an interesting old school character in the DC universe. She is connected to the New God series by Jack Kirby.
Oh, nice.
And well, she possesses some immense power too. Even I think that she is even more powerful than Diana.
Is she bulletproof? I haven't.
She's immortal, basically.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but
well,
does she
I've seen
suck up
that.
bullets?
I know that she's supposed to be bulletproof or something, but she's deflecting bullets with her sword for the most time.
No, the gauntlets.
Short thing.
The original Diana uses gauntlets for reflection.
This one uses her sword.
Yeah,
for
but
everything.
she should be immortal, and she possesses the Mother Box, quite unusual artifact in
What's the Mother
DC
Box?
universe. Well, it is sort of a god box.
Like
Doesn't
Pandora's box
explain
or
much.
something?
Is
Yeah,
it like
doesn't-
Pandora's box, maybe?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
Pandora? You
Oh,
don't
that
know what's in
explains
it?
something.
So we don't
I
know.
think I think
So what's
I
in the
think
box?
that it is. We know, but I won't spoil. Come on, guys.
It's spoilers. Okay.
Because she uses it as a weapon, it will be described and discussed in in this movie. So
Does she
basically,
use it? Does it?
I really am hyped for this movie, and I'm waiting for
Wait,
it because
cartoons. Cartoons.
Is it one
guys.
movie or is it 3 movies
it is a one standalone
with 3 characters? Okay.
72 minutes long movie based on this universe. I enjoy all these alternative universes in DC based on nightmares, etc. And Gaslight, for example, universe. And this one, well, actually intrigued me too. I enjoy these twisted stories.
Well, sounds definitely worth checking out, these alternative universes. But, carrying on, guys, can you recognize this one? Do, 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 do.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's
Where?
a real thing. So it's the Hunger Games.
Oh, how Hungarious.
The sound of the rebellion.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
did you see the trailer?
I did
Is it
see
hype?
the trailer, so it's
As I
more
understand, you
war.
also read the books. So you're
I've read
kind of
all of
probably
the
not that
books.
surprised, right?
I've read all of the books before it was cool, before there were the movies or even mentions of them.
Oh, too hipster, too hipster.
Do
Yeah.
you feel like a girl right now because the main
Fangirl.
the main audience for these movies and books were actually girls.
My
Well, it is
sister
a female
recommended to me, and I
protagonist.
liked the book, so.
Well, I've seen only the movies, but I actually do really have enjoyed the whole premise and the idea how it's played out. But Sergey, I mean Eclair, sorry, I definitely would like to hear How do you
My
think
opinion?
how does the trailer so far impress you regarding the fact that you already know the story, how it's going to end and everything?
Yeah, well, basically, I think the last movies, the Mockingjay movies, are more closer to the books, like what I would have expected of them. It's more dark, it's more green, and I like it, actually. Well, we get to see some struggles of the main character better in those last movies, because, well, she was pretty emotionless in the first movies, but she's not in the books. So they really haven't showed any big spoilers in that trailer, so it's hard to speak that they will be better than the book or be equal to the book, but so far, like, the scenes themselves, they look okay-ish and relatable to the book. Yeah, but we are still to see how it works out, because, well, it's supposed to be grim. Like, people will die, some legs will get torn off, some people will go crazy right on the field. Yeah. And yeah, it's supposed to be sort of scary, like how they ask Capaldi, what will be in the next Doctor Who episode? He goes like, well, there's gonna be TARDIS, and it's gonna be a bit scary. So it's like that. We can't really say much so far.
Eclair,
yeah.
For a person, for me, who did read the first book and did watch the first movie, is it worth saying? Because I was utterly disappointed with the quality, not the premise, the quality of the first movie, because the camera work was horrendous.
First movie was pretty bad. They missed out a lot of things, like good things from the book. I did like the idea of showing the game room, like, remember that white room where they were like, they see all the arena, let's drop a tree here. That was a good thing, and it wasn't in the book. But, well, second movie was a bit more of the same-ish, because they did not had enough time to show and to stretch the pain and stuff.
But it is called Hunger Games still, yes? So
no, it's called Mockingjay. Actually, the first book is called Hunger Games, second game is called Catching Fire, and the third book is called Mockingjay.
Yeah. So basically there are no hungry children.
There are always hungry children in the world like that. How can there be not?
Well, she did win the tournament, so she should be hungry.
The thing is, she was not starving, but everyone else in her village was starving like nothing happened.
Of course.
And her nature, altruism, like we all possess, actually managed.
It got worse for the village, because there were enforcers all over the place, and she was like walking.
Okay, no spoilers. That's too deep.
Come on, it's been
Eclair,
2 years. How many years has it been since the thing came out? If you haven't watched it, you want to know something about it. Maybe it will get you interested.
But still, without the spoilers, I understand that from the book, as I've heard from someone else who's actually read the whole thing, there's gonna be a big twist at the end, as I understand, yeah? Like in the story itself.
Yeah.
Can you tell a little bit without spoiling everything?
Someone will die?
Someone will die.
Was it gonna be Game of Thrones all over again?
Yeah, will it's gonna be a Game of Thrones thingy?
Someone will die, like, no, it's not gonna be Hunger Games, not Hunger Games.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones thing. It's gonna be more like Handsome Jack's thing in Borderlands pre-sequel.
Oh, come on, don't feel
not that big with fiery explosions and things. I mean, there's gonna be some betrayal involved.
Some of it.
Yeah. But it's not gonna be like straight in your face, it's gonna be left to you to think about.
Like subtle. Like not so much...
Something will happen,
just
and
like
you
girl
will think, like, why did it happen?
Just like girls' love. A subtle betrayal to find another soulmate.
Ooh, now that sounds romantic. That's too deep. Too deep for me.
Thankfully, book does not go that deep. So
thank God.
Something different.
I actually enjoyed the first book. That's why I was quite disappointed by
the movies. The thing
even
is,
more when I actually read the book.
Since you read the book, you had no problems understanding what's happening on the screen. But for someone who did not read the book, they might have some problems coming,
Yeah.
to understanding
The-
what's happening and why stuff is happening. Like
The-
some people,
the
the thing
first
is, some
watch-
people went into the movies to watch the first movie without knowing anything, and they were like,
Yeah,
it
that
was an
was like
okay
me.
movie. But some people went with some people who read the books, so they could explain them. And
Okay.
those guys,
I
they were
think
like,
that's
oh
a
yeah,
bad movie
that's
if you need to
okay.
explain. That's the job of the director to explain, not
They had,
to a person
I would
who
say
read the book.
they did not have enough time. If they made each book into 2 parts, it would have been better.
Okay.
And if the first movie was not PG-13, it would have been better too. There was no
Anyway,
blood.
guys,
Well,
on,
we
on
will
the
see.
topic
We will
of
see when we
betrayal,
watch.
since we are now talking about betrayal, as
and on the
portrayed
topic
in
of
the
blood and gore and violence,
all of that good stuff, we can definitely mention True Detective, which is gonna soon premiere its season 2. So, for those of you who do not know True Detective, it's basically, well, the storyline of it. So basically, in 2012, Louisiana State Police detectives Russell Cole and Martin Hart are brought in to revisit a homicide case they worked in 1995. So it's basically an interview that's going on right now, but which was actually about a case before. So it's like the present and then the past, constantly shifting back and forth. And as the inquiry unfolds in present day through separate interrogations, the 2 former detectives narrate the story of their investigation, reopening unhealed wounds and drawing into questions they're supposed to solving of a bizarre ritualistic murder in 1995. So basically the timelines braid and converge in 2012 as each man is pulled back into a world they believe they'd left behind.
Okay,
In
stop reading from
are you reading
Wikipedia.
that?
We know.
Yeah, are you reading that? Like, what are
Damn
you
it.
doing?
I was thinking, are you gonna get me or not?
Yeah, I will come for you.
I'm
You
like,
will read from
is he
Wikipedia.
you
reading
got
that? I'm like, is he reading that? Maybe we
So-
should stop
so
him.
are
He
you-
should-
are
he will
you-
stop. No.
Did any of you actually finish the first series, the first season? Because I actually
Yes.
didn't.
I
I
did.
haven't
I really
seen the
enjoy
thing.
the actor Matthew McConaughey, which was
Yeah,
one of the
I-
detectives who you can kind of describe the character as like the genius, but who's also emotionally cold and like distant, but still like
Batman.
throughout. Yeah,
Just like Interstellar.
yeah, basically.
Are there detective schools out there?
Well,
Come again?
Like, I mean, in the world, are there detective schools? You go to a school to learn how to be a detective? Or
Yeah,
it's just
sure.
you're born with
I'm pretty sure they like finish school and
they're
then
not
began
Batman.
their
They're not Batman.
yeah.
He's a
yeah.
born detective. So I actually did watch the first season, but I
didn't
I
finish it,
actually
did you?
Dropped it, yeah. So I loved the 2 main heroes, the detectives, the McConaughey hero, the Cole guy, and Harrelson hero, the Marty Hart.
Yeah.
I loved the actual the play itself, how the actors play, but the story itself didn't feel compelling to me, because it felt kind of cliched, and yet, well, people would hate me for these for these opinions.
Oh,
They will
Okay,
crucify me.
let's
It's
think.
fine.
How much?
Basically,
Fine.
How much
basically-
of the story was cliche to you? Like, was there
Uh,
anything that
yeah,
got you
serious
surprised, or you
killer
were like, "Oh,
thingy.
that's original"? Or
I
like,
am watching Hannibal the second season right now,
Oh.
and
So you're
it is-
you're comparing the two.
Yes, I am comparing as a serial killer case versus serial killer cases that are similar, and there are much of
Complexity in them?
variety, and there are always a serial killer with a stag. What's with this stag thing? Come on.
Maybe
You're-
you would have known if you finished the series. Maybe there was an ultimate
be honest,
criminal.
No,
Trailer
no, I
did
can already
kind
sense
of
no.
I
spoil.
actually saw the whole thing. I watched the whole first episode. I'm hyped for the second season, even though it's going to be a completely different story because there are going to be
So
new
there was
detectives
no-
and the
no
old ones
cliffhangers?
basically just
There
no,
is
they finished the whole story. The first,
Yes,
Oh.
they
the
did.
first season is one case, and they solve it at the end.
Yes,
I mean-
and in the trailer there is no McConaughey hero, so
Yep, he's
Something-
out.
it is kind of spoilery.
Something
Yeah,
happened.
and I felt spoiled.
Someone might have died.
Yeah, or being a killer.
Someone always dies. Let's be honest.
I
okay?
don't know.
Anyway, one of the
dun.
detectives is going to be Colin Farrell, if you know.
That's
and
a nice
Vince
name.
Vaughn.
That's a
Yeah.
nice name. Why not?
Well, they're
Yeah.
cool. They're cool actors. I think they might be kind of be interesting.
Ah,
for this,
the actors are very good in this series,
Yeah.
and well, I really enjoy.
I think it's one of the main selling points for the
exactly,
series. Actually,
exactly. Yeah, and well, to be honest, it is a waste that these good, great actors are wasted in such a mediocre story. But
I disagree. I thought it was really interesting because it kept me at the seat to like find out what is this Yellow King? Why is there a Yellow King? Is he the serial killer? Is there someone else
Who's
who's
the
serial
Yellow
killer?
King? So
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's the
and
question.
stags,
To be honest,
stags
there-
have nothing to do with it. We confirmed that.
I
Well,
think
Stag was the symbolism. He
Yeah, this
used a
was the
bunch of
symbol.
weird symbolisms, and it kind of felt satanic, but it wasn't at the same time. More like witchcraft or something like.
guys,
know.
go watch Hannibal. Really,
We need a
go watch
witcher.
Hannibal. Oh my
Waiting
god!
for the Witcher.
Droners attacking.
I am happy for Matthew McConaughey, who actually took this role and became
Yeah.
popular after that. Because his career just went upward after this series, and it
That
was
is
all
awesome.
hype. And he got so many good roles. For example, Interstellar. Afterwards,
Amazing movie.
yes, and
Still have to
I
see
think
that. Sorry.
I
Oh, you have to.
yeah, you should.
I know there's a douchebag robot in it, so it's
He's
worth
cool.
watching.
He's cool.
He's okay, you know.
Is he
But
is
still.
he
There are a couple
douchebag
of
like Bender from Futurama or like
Oh,
other kind of
Well, he
douchebag?
doesn't say to bite your shiny metal ass. That's for
Well,
sure.
he has no shiny ass, but he's just like I don't know. I saw him. He's weird.
He's a slab, basically, a metal slab.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But still, the
Technologies
character
are going there.
Cole,
Have
which
tab.
is played
So-
by Matthew McConaughey, it was actually really interesting. For example, just to show a little part of him, in his flat, well, not his flat, basically his house where he lives in, at the wall he had like a little piece of glass, and it's just big enough to actually see your own eye in it. So this was something interesting that was shown of the character himself after
They
quite
said
a while.
something about it, like or
No, he was
it
like
just there.
staring into it. And the
Yeah,
other,
but
and the
what's
other
the
detective
point?
was like, "What are you doing?"
There's actually a thing, like I don't know, a folk thing that if you stare into your eyes through the mirror a lot, you're like shortening your life. I don't know if it's saying anything. It's
I
just
don't
a
know. You're
thing.
starting to sound like a witch, and this fire is pretty burning already.
Oh my
Vladimir.
god! Well,
I am a
actually,
witcher.
Parvatkins did mention that we're gonna burn a witch, so
Yep.
maybe the next episode will be
Eclair,
only two
hmm.
hosts.
No, I'm not a
we'll
witch.
see.
I'm a witcher. I know things.
Check out the
about
next
witches.
episode to find out.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
Anyway,
let's
guys,
move
Play
on.
a
We're just-
royal griffing.
Let's
some
just keep
vibrands.
the hype train going, because the hype is real, and off the
board
games
it.
we go, and
E3.
E3. E3! Yes!
Lots of games.
So,
Ton of
guys,
Unexpected games.
did you watch?
Where do we even begin?
From the first day, let's begin with the first day. There was only one presentation. Today is the second day, so we will
Well,
kind of
depends
skip
how
that.
you look at it, because
Oculus
Oculus
Rift.
Rift already showed
Oculus
itself.
Rift. Actually,
It had a showcase.
there was a pre-presentation, yeah, which was kind of a bummer for Oculus Rift. So
Yeah,
there-
we
was
me
there,
and Perp
did they held the
did
real
watch it.
presentation already?
No, they didn't.
Oh, okay, so
They,
No,
they,
they're
they
still
are
big
not
outcome.
taking the big floor, and they're not having a big presentation. They're just will
They're
be
gonna show
there.
demos.
Yeah, they will show something.
I think
Yeah.
you can finally will be able to check out the new announced controllers for the Oculus Rift. Maybe you can kind of start us off with that
Yeah,
about the Oculus.
yeah, there are like gloves sort of thing. You can
they're not
interact with
gloves.
objects.
I think
No?
they're
no,
not gloves.
no.
There are.
You
there
can
are
cover
They're
your
like
face or
circular
some games
things,
with
like
it.
rings
Sensors.
with
Yeah, basically there are controllers for that thing. And
But I
in some
really
cases
enjoyed the
you
idea.
yeah, the thing is about Oculus, personally, as I see it, there are a lot of like if you play some game which is a horror game and something jumps at you, you can see people covering their face, but it does nothing. But with those controllers, you will be able to cover your face now.
And not only any gesture is seen. So if you want to flip a guy in the game, you will be able to do that because the sensors will see your middle finger if you want to do that. Yeah, that's
Finally,
the best
we
thing.
have a way
Why
to
would
rate.
you not want to do that? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
especially if
Day
there's a
one
jump
pre-order.
scare.
Just
Oh my god, that's day one. Game
Bird
of the year,
flipping
10 out of 10.
simulator. 2015.
Anyway, as Mac wanted to start off, as I understand, basically we watched the thing together when it went live.
Yes.
So we saw a bit of it. Maybe Mac, you want to share your thoughts about the whole thing?
Well,
Actually, heard
that
of
day
it.
was full of disappointments.
Starting off on a positive note.
Yeah, because I did watch Sense 8, a new series from Wachowski's.
Oh, right.
The one we discussed
Was disappointed
some time
there,
ago.
and then when I went to watch the stream of the Oculus Rift things. Well,
Sad day for Mac.
yeah. So basically, the most disappointing thing that they didn't show anything. So they were talking about the toy box, the thing where you can use these gloves and the Oculus and do whatever sort of a
They're
sandbox
just teasing
thingy.
you. They're
Yeah,
teasing.
and they didn't show even a video of a gameplay. They didn't show anything, and
Yeah.
they
So
shown
they're
they
teasing
shown
you
Eevee
wrong.
Valkyrie demo trailer, whatever that was shown
Yeah.
last December, I think. Yeah, so it's an old one, and I didn't see anything new. A couple of games, but
There were a
without,
few games new, I think.
Yeah.
But they were like, we talked about this, they were like
But-
third person.
Yeah, they were third person, and they didn't show the benefits of the Oculus itself. So basically,
they
why should I
showed you
play
more
it?
of the same. They showed you more of the same things you already know, but haven't really told you like, hey, we've made up this thing, like we came up with
No,
this.
basically,
this is
they
revolutionary.
didn't show
They're
me
like,
the
hey.
reason to actually be
To buy it.
interested in this thingy. Yeah, so they didn't show the benefits why I should wear an Oculus as a gamer. So I can
Yeah.
see that you can watch. Be in a room, in a sort of a virtual room with friends. That is
Yeah.
very awkward, but still okay, whatever. Yeah.
Well,
and-
if you
and
have the-
watch a
Might be
TV,
If you
through
have
your
the
Oculus.
Flip the Bird DLC, you can flip birds to your friends in the virtual reality.
That's better. That's better.
A
But
selling
you need
point for
to
you.
buy
Here's a
these
selling
gauntlets.
point for you.
But you still need to buy them separately. These gauntlets, that controllers, and that's
And
unfortunate.
DLC comes separately, so yeah.
So your friends will also know that you have money.
Oh,
But
okay.
dude, Eclair, I understand you did not watch the live show.
Nah,
Listen,
haven't. I just heard
What
about
happened was
Yeah.
when the guy came out, like, we're ready to show you the new Oculus Rift, the consumer version. So he goes up to the booth and he picks it up, shows it to the public,
it. And smashes it into the ground. Like, nah, fuck this shit.
No.
Sorry.
and
There
it's
was just
dead silent.
silence.
No clapping, just nothing.
No one-
It was
the-
so awkward.
Dead Island?
It was the most
Dead silent.
unimpressed audience ever.
Yeah,
So in comparison
bunch of
to
press
the E3 audience that goes nuts on
Nuts,
the
yeah.
presentations, they just didn't care. And to be honest, I could understand that because I didn't care too. This kind
So
of
they
weird.
basically teased the new stuff, but they teased it not like the way movies and games do, but the way some girls do.
They were, I can tell you by the expression on the guy's face, he was expecting it. He was waiting for it. He's like, seriously? Seriously? You're not clapping? Seriously? Like, and then he tried to pull it off with little jokes like, oh, look, it's so light, you can't even feel it. It's nice. And still nothing. Just nothing.
Okay,
Dead silence.
let's
But yeah,
not.
that's the
let's,
Oculus
let's
Okay, so
just
we
move
know
on
that
because
the-
we will see it and maybe even we will be able to try
Still,
it someday.
I'm hyped.
So
I'm
far, we
hyped.
can only say how disappointed we are
Yeah.
with the
Nope,
presentation.
I'm
Let's
hyped.
move
Not
on
very
and
interested.
hope for the best. Because the main topic here is, to be honest, games, not the gimmicks for the games.
Yeah, so let's move on.
Yeah, the first
Blood and Gore?
presentation of the E3. Did you watch it? Did you read about it? Did you get hyped for the new
Name it.
games and
Everything.
old games
Name
and
it.
stuff?
Name it, and we'll like.
So
discuss.
basically, the first game on the presentation. Give me a sec.
The Bethesda, right?
Yeah, and the
It was
Bethesda.
Doom. They
It
began
was
with
Doom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you
Doom.
see the gameplay trailer? At least.
I did.
Baby,
I
yes.
did.
The graphics, they got me so good. And yeah, the game, it actually did feel old school, which is a thing.
Yeah, the thing
I am
is,
hyped, but at the same time kind of worried, because I'm not sure if it will hold up today.
The thing which caught
you
me
know.
most with that trailers, with those trailers, were the sounds. They were different. They were sounding new, like HD, clean, but they were so like rubbing that old school feeling, like, you know, like door opens and like
I
it
could
goes,
feel it.
and you're like, oh, that's the same sound. It's like I know that sound, and like when you shot that
Yeah,
shotgun, it's also like, oh, it's just like back in the Doom 2. It sounds similar. It's so cool. It's really like rubbing that.
What did you what did you
Nostalgia
think about the animations? Because to be honest, the recoil on the guns felt a little bit like toys.
Well,
didn't
it was
feel
like that. Like back in the
Didn't feel
days, there
that.
was no recoil. There was just aim.
Yes,
Just a
but
few
we're not back
sprites.
in the days. We're 2015. That's the future. So I
Well,
kind of felt
no.
too much arcade from this game, and well, I was waiting for
You know,
something.
actually, the thing is, I saw some
Yeah.
like dudes talking about the game, and they, and at one point, they compared it to Bulletstorm,
Yes.
which was a good
Makes
game,
sense.
but it did not receive a lot of attention, sadly.
Exactly. No hype was there
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it was a kind of new IP.
But it had interesting,
It
It
was
was
actually
very,
physical.
it was
very good.
very interesting. Like
Yes.
the idea
Yeah.
itself, the gameplay, the thing. But for some reason, it like got skipped. Like just went
That-
and go.
That's why it boggles my mind why there is so much hype for Doom and
Because
other games.
there's probably a lot of 40, 30 years old men who remember Doom
Of
1,
course.
Doom
There
2.
is a fan base,
Yeah.
basically.
but they
Some fanboys.
did they release like well, no, not release, but did they announce like a release date or something? Like
Nah,
They
oh,
didn't.
Q1,
they
Q2?
did actually. Spring 2016.
Well, there was no
Ah.
solid date, yeah.
yeah, so it's gonna be
Okay.
next year.
Not a concrete date.
But they
That's
did announce the modding scene that they
Yeah, there's
actually
gonna be,
support.
That's something new.
There's
yeah.
gonna be Snapbox, I think it's called.
Yes,
like
Doom
basically
Snapbox.
how many games like Diablo and Warframe do it.
Ooh,
You have some rooms like presets, and you can join them together, add some props and stuff like that, edit it. But well, the editor looks solid. I
Yeah.
don't think.
Well, and as I understood, it basically is as sort of a it could be a standalone mod, so it's not a sandbox. It is
Yeah.
you make a mod and you can play it with your friends and share it with others. So basically, if you
Yeah.
want to make a horde mode style game,
You can
from
do that.
Doom, you can do that basically.
Yeah,
yeah,
you have the option. That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
and the
so
builder.
the
But
game
still, carrying-
longevity is probably not based. This games, it's not gonna be based on single player. It's gonna be on the multiplayer scene. And the multiplayer scene is similar to old school arena shooters. So it's like Quake and
Yeah.
and another thing which
Guys,
fly
I
out,
don't want to
flew
start
out of
it,
my
but
mind
I
for
think I
some
should.
reason.
Are
Please do.
these old school shooters relevant still?
Well, there is a
quite a while
sequel for
ago,
it.
I tried playing Blood. If anyone even knows that game,
Yeah, I
Blood
know.
Omen, I think it's called.
I know, it's
I
very
tried
old.
it. I was like, man, this looks pretty cool. Like the graphics, like old school and everything, and
Yes.
the blood and the gore. And then I played it, and I was like,
Blood
thanks,
was
but
pretty
no
bad.
thanks.
That game was pretty bad.
But it was made just like Kung Fury. It was made pretty bad. It wasn't bad per se.
It was
and that's
kind
why
of meant that way, I guess.
Yes,
That's what
and
you're
that's why
saying.
I'm kind of concerned because will they make this Doom bad to cater to this old school
I don't think so.
fanboy
I don't think
Well, we'll
fanboys?
see. We'll see.
Okay.
Because
Actually,
carrying on
when
with Bethesda, come on, let's talk about more Bethesda.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
there
not
are
just
more-
Doom,
there
come
are
on.
There's
better
more
games.
Bethesda and more
Dishonored.
bigger Bethesda
Dishonored.
topics coming up.
Yep.
Dishonored, yeah.
So basically,
Dishonored.
the next
I
game
was not expecting that.
wasn't Dishonored. The next game was Battle Cry. So
Oh, Battle
it
Cry.
was a
Meh.
new IP.
It was announced a year ago as well. But
Yes.
I don't feel it being big. It's like a thing.
Well,
High for
basically,
Battle
it is a team-based, class-based action game. It's not a shooter
Okay.
because you have swords and axes.
can shoot,
etc.
though.
You can
There are
shoot,
bows there.
but it's based on
The
a
thing is,
class.
I like the premise of the game. It's a world where there was no electricity like invented, and everything is steampunkish. That's
Yeah.
one thing. And the
Yeah.
other thing is like there are no wars. There are arenas. If like a country needs to settle something with another country, they have specially trained warriors who go into arena and they fight it out there and resolve the conflict that way. So it's basically
Just like
the
in real
premise.
life.
Not really.
Just
In real life,
just
if
like
a war
in Hunger
starts,
Games.
everyone is having it rough.
These are
But,
Hunger Games, guys. Hunger Games.
Yeah, more or less.
Hungry hippos. Anyway, so
yeah.
so
It has
Mac,
some comboing. It has some like.
Your
shooting in
thoughts
it.
on the Dishonored, if we can carry on from
Oh,
Battlecry.
Dishonored.
Have you guys
my
played
first-
Dishonored?
Well, if
I
you can
did.
let
I
Mac-
did
Mac
a
start
bit.
talking.
I didn't
I-
go through it. My thought on the trailer that was shown on the presentation, because I watched the whole presentation, the hour
Mhm.
presentation. There is a new option for girls to cosplay because the main
Ooh.
protagonist, the female protagonist,
good.
looks badass. And
Yeah. Nice.
she's really good, and I would really like to see that cosplay on UniCon next year or something.
This year. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure,
I
right?
think
Actually,
it's
you know what?
I mean, people
not
are kind of
possible.
quick with these things.
It's
yeah,
not possible.
they are. The thing is, compared to first Dishonored game, we know the face of the character right away.
Yes.
In the first one, we had the mask of
Yes.
Corno.
Well, she was in the mask in the trailer.
but she clearly had a
But
face.
yeah, she showed her face in the end. But did you like the trailer, the new
I
abilities?
did. The thing is, when I first heard of Dishonored 2, I thought like, what are they gonna make the story in the same place? Well, there were the plague
How?
took a big place in it, like
Exactly.
the steampunkish London. Like, what are they gonna do? There was Africa. I'm like, oh, that's good. That makes sense. And they were like the plague beetles, and like, oh, that also makes a lot of sense.
Wait,
And,
what?
I
Plague
was
beetles?
like,
Yeah.
yeah, like in Africa.
Did you?
Don't
did you-
go to Africa.
Okay.
And well,
Africa, unite.
these are the abilities basically.
Abilities. The thing is, abilities that I thought like, will she have the same abilities?
No,
No,
okay.
she has different set of abilities.
The smoke
And-
thingy was perfect.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That reminded me on Lost. Did you remember, guys, the old series
Yeah,
Lost
yeah.
with the smoke that was killing?
Never
Oh
watched
my
it.
And the
God,
thing is,
sorry.
which I like it's like
Oh yeah,
Bioshock
the Darkness,
Infinite.
the game too.
You know,
has
like,
that.
yeah, they do. It's like what Bioshock Infinite did. They showed like there are all those different universes where stuff can happen, and they have this mysterious guy who gives abilities to people who might
Careful,
use them.
careful, don't spoil
Yeah,
it.
don't
Haven't
spoil.
played it yet.
It was
Careful.
in the trailer. You
was
can't
in the
spoil
trailer.
Okay,
it.
okay.
Don't go
Yeah, so-
deeper. That's was.
So it's like
was implying.
They're setting up like it was a perfect setup to say like, you know, there can be different people given abilities and you can
Yeah, yeah.
play them as well.
Mhm.
Different stories, different scenarios, different places, and I like that.
Yeah.
But I
Well-
wanted to ask both of you because I'm not sure. So basically, both of you have played Dishonored, the first one.
I finished it.
I didn't
non-lethally.
finish it. Unfortunately, I didn't have any time. I should pick it up before the second game, but I know
feel
it's
like
a
I
good
have to get it and play it because
I
I
finished
haven't.
it. Yeah, I finished it almost not killing people. I was
Yeah.
surprised myself. I only killed when I had no other option. and
Yes,
I got the good ending.
the mechanic of the not killing versus killing is very good in this game. This is some
It's-
quality
Yeah, I love
game
it. It's
development.
like it raises you moral questions. Like, you know, those
Yes.
guys, they did nothing wrong. They're just doing their job, and you know that
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
you're also not a bad guy. Like
Yeah.
you're
So
fighting
you
for your
you have
honor.
no reason to kill,
To
but
kill.
if you feel like a mass murderer, you will be
Ah.
attacked
Yeah.
as the mass murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So it
every,
has
every
consequences
level
according to
will
that.
be
Yeah, actually, they don't mention it right away, but depending on how much you kill, there's gonna be dead bodies all over the place, and the plague is gonna be really bad.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like the Middle Ages of the England.
Yeah,
well,
it
Blades
is.
and
it
the
is
black
sort of a...
Steampunkish though. Also,
Yeah,
they
it's
use.
a Victorian
I love how
London
they
thing.
use whale oil as fuel for everything.
Can I ask you a quick question? Either of you, I'm not sure
Yeah.
who's better. How does it compare to Assassin's Creed? Because I saw just a little bit of the trailer. I didn't have time, but
You can
I kinda
felt
felt like
on a
Assassin's
guy
Creed.
and stab someone, but
I think
it's not
it is-
comparable.
It is more
Yeah.
comparable to Thief.
Thief.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Yeah.
old classic.
Basically,
And the
you
new
don't really
new one,
need to
Thief 2, is quite comparable too. Yeah, so basically it is more of a first-person stealth game, unlike Assassin's Creed. That it is not stealth. Come on, guys.
No, it's
you
not
just
stealth,
jump
no.
and kill people.
I
You
agree. I
should-
agree
Oh.
that it's not really comparable to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
Sometimes
but
you
Thief,
feel like it
I
because
can-
you can run over roofs and jump
okay.
down on guys and stab them, but that's about
I actually really like stealth. That's why I asked. Because
it. Yeah, you'll like it. You'll like
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
good.
Okay. Cool.
It's good.
So let's
good.
move on. I think that we have another interesting topic to discuss. So basically, Bethesda announced the Elder
The
Scrolls.
long-awaited. Oh wait. Okay. Never mind. Carry
No,
on.
no. They announced, they talked about the Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. So basically, they launched their online game on consoles, updated it with quite a big patch. Well, people managed to play it.
Yeah.
I didn't actually manage to play it, though it went free, as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Where can you get it?
Pretty sure it
On
is.
free?
It is free
Sure
to
it is,
play right
yeah.
now. Yeah, but
Where can you
it
get
wasn't.
it? Where can you get it?
Just download it.
On the internet. Okay,
Yes,
so it's not
the
on Steam, not
internet.
on any platform.
The magic of the internet.
Yeah, so it's not on the Steam
Have you
store
heard
or
of-
It's
anything.
not on the
just
Steam.
go on the internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the most impressive thing that was actually cringe-worthy for me, the announcement of the trade card game, The Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
Legends.
The
So
funny thing, they haven't shown anything.
yes,
They're
they
like,
didn't show anything, but it is already will be playable on iPad and Windows. So basically,
They're
I
going
feel
full
a
in.
competitor for Hearthstone.
By the way,
Yeah.
Is
have
it
you
a thing
heard,
right now?
Just
It's
a
just
side,
another Hearthstone,
just a
honestly.
side note. Have you heard what Hearthstone is doing right now?
No.
They're adding hero skins, so
Yeah.
to say,
Yep.
which is completely
Money.
serious. Yeah, like why? Changes
So it's basically
nothing.
another thing you can just buy, right?
It's just to show your swag.
Swag.
Like, people who play
Yeah, but
against you, they're
what's-
like they can go like, oh, this guy has money, but
But-
that's just a sidestep. So
But well,
let's
what
get
is
back on
money?
E3.
how do you think they are gonna? Well, they're
Compare?
gonna get the money. So, is it bad that League of Legends sells skins? What's the problem here? I don't get you.
No, it's not that it's well, it's just silly if you ask me. Like,
It's not silly because I know
makes
all
no
these characters and they are worthy. And I think that most of the characters in the, for example, the rogue, the elven rogue, the blood elf rogue that is
Yeah,
actually in the game
but it
right
changes
now.
nothing. It changes nothing.
There are
Customization,
much
personal.
better heroes in this universe than I know her story. I know that she's quite good character, but there are far
good.
famous and far better characters for this role as a first hero. Yeah, and she could be a skin.
Might be, but the thing is, it's not changing anything at all, gameplay-wise.
Well, yeah, but
That's-
should it for the money? It will disbalance everything. They already released the patches on the games. They did launch the goblins and
There's
gnomes
also
expansion.
goblins. There's mountain. There's the well, there's some quite a few custom, not custom
Yeah,
campaigns.
and
now
there
you
are
can play.
enough cards for you to develop your deck. So what's
And
the
there's,
problem? I don't see.
I'm pretty sure they're not gonna stop there. They're gonna make.
course
Well,
they don't.
talking about
So,
money.
Yeah.
Do you
talking
know
about
in
money.
which game the name, well, basically currency as money, is caps? bottle caps.
Caps.
Can you guess the game?
Nuka-Cola, that's gonna be...
Fallout 4.
Yeah. Not just
Sorry,
4,
spoiled it.
every Fallout, basically.
Of course, but I'm talking about
revolutionary
in context.
Fallout 4
yeah.
will have bottle caps as money. Wow! Yeah, so Fallout 4. We seen quite a bunch of trailers for it and stuff
And
for it.
I am just riding the hype train so hard with Fallout because I'm a huge fan. I admit that I was the one of the guys who started with number 3, but I quickly after finishing 3, I moved on to 1 and 2 and loved them even more than 3.
That's
That's the thing. 1 and 2 are better than 3.
Did you play Tactics?
I still haven't. I have it, and I still have it in my backlog. But god damn it, I still have not tried it out.
If you liked 1
It's
and
better
3,
fun.
if you liked 1 and 3, you should try New Vegas because they're more spiritual.
New Vegas, I have played. I have finished it. 100% achievements. You know.
Oh, good job.
But still, yeah, I loved it.
So-
and I'm glad that the Obsidian worked on it. Basically, a huge portion of the people who worked on Fallout 2, the original, actually is in Obsidian and worked on New Vegas, which to me was like back to the roots.
Fallout 4 is made by Bethesda again, which is slightly worrying. Slightly worrying.
It is, but so far at least I like the interesting idea of, okay, so you know Fallout, but you know only how it looked after the Fallout. How did it look before? We are going to show you. We're going to show you this world that was. You will kind of be in it for a little while, and then the story will continue with 200 years after you as the sole survivor of Vault 111.
To be honest,
they
they did show you the first couple of minutes of the gameplay on the presentation, and it felt just like in Fallout 3 when you're making a baby. So
it kind of did, yeah.
It was just they didn't show much of.
They haven't.
You won't be
showed
playing
much.
in that time. It was just an intro for making your own personality in your face and your stats.
Yeah, the thing
Basically,
is they showed
but it's
a lot.
bit of pre-story.
Yeah.
The thing is, they showed a lot of like stuff like there's gonna be gameplay, there's gonna be crafting, there's gonna be SimCity simulator, build a village, protect it.
Yeah.
So, but they haven't
Build
really
a thing,
showed
have this thing.
Yeah,
Build another
but
one.
they haven't really showed anything of what's Fallout famous for.
They showed power armor, vertebrates.
Well, yeah, that's one thing, but they haven't showed the story, the quests, like.
Well,
we can
can
discuss
you be
about the
guy
story,
you want
To be
be?
honest,
we
Yeah.
can discuss the story.
they didn't want to spoil it that much because they didn't
also
they
makes sense,
didn't
yeah.
show you the reason how did you manage to survive after all these 200 or whatever years.
Well, the thing
So
is,
they don't want to spoil
the thing here is it can be linear how you survived, or it can be diverse for every player who plays it. Like, and
I doubt it.
Obviously.
After the intro, there are no diversities. You just go through the straight line until you exit the vault door, and then there's the open world. So I think it's linear, and the reasons for his survivals won't be in options. There will be one reason. They just
But I hope
didn't
there will be
show
more.
you the reason.
I hope there will
Well,
be
but
more
it's also interesting.
options.
I'm not sure if you guys know, but Vault 111 has never appeared in the Fallout universe.
Yes,
This is
it
something
didn't.
new.
At all.
It's new.
So
And,
basically, we have no idea what happened in this vault.
Yes,
Because
and-
for
and-
someone who hasn't played Fallout, you probably don't know that the vaults, each
Yeah.
of them has their own story,
Gimmick.
their own experiments.
Yes,
A gimmick, you can call it. Yes.
Something twisted. Maybe time travel, maybe
Yeah,
cryogenics, anything,
Actually-
maybe robotics, maybe he's a fucking cyborg and he doesn't know
Yeah,
about it,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
Hey
got
guys,
uncanny valley.
actually I think Vault 111 was mentioned. Mac, you know they also released the app for the tablets right on the day
Yeah,
of the
I'm
presentation.
playing it
Fallout
right now,
Shelter.
guys.
Is
The
it
Fallout
not
Shelter.
Vault 111?
No, you name
not?
your vault.
Oh, you name
you create your own world.
You
It's like
can-
your own
It's just
world.
I seen a
you can
trailer and there was like the number rolling. It was 111 on that trailer.
No. Vault
And I
111
thought,
really
like,
is
what
new. So
the-
basically, we don't know what happens in it. Why is he the sole survivor? Because I'm glad
has a
Matt brought
dog.
this up, because that's the thing. This is what struck me like really weird. Because how are they going to make this work? How does one person, just one sole survivor, come out of Vault 111? What happened in there? What's the story? Did was he frozen for some
Well,
has a
200
dog.
years? So
I am happy that they didn't spoil it. I want to play it.
Actually, yeah, makes sense.
He has a dog.
Just play game, enjoy game, and just then talk shit after it about it.
Dog.
Also, dog's good. Bow wow.
I think Dog was in Vault 111.
I think
You think it's dog meat?
Yeah.
dog meat.
Yeah. Dog
Dog meat, gotta love that
ate
dog meat.
everyone.
I think the dog mechanics are questionable at best. I did remember Fable 3 with dog mechanics, and it was, first of all, too gimmicky. Second of all, too buggy. And
Wait, didn't
I-
Fall? Have you played Fable? Wait, are you talking about Fallout 3 or Fable 3?
Fable 3. And
Have
it
you
had-
played Fable 2? I'm sorry to interrupt.
I didn't, because I don't own an Xbox, unfortunately.
But this is where I want to interrupt you. I played Fable 2, and it had the dog gimmick, and it played out quite nicely. He was like a cool companion that followed you around, helped you find some treasures and things, and even, if I remember correctly, some secrets as well. So, Fable 2, at least, it worked out quite well. So I want to hear what you have to say about Fable 3 and the dog.
Well, it did bug out. It unfortunately, somewhere when he could, for example, find something that he barked, etc., and he just I can dig how many hours I want. There is no treasure, but he just bugged out on me, and I really doubt that the mechanic, because the problem of the artificial intelligence follower is always a consistent problem in games. So they are kind of dumb. Do you remember Mass Effect? They are
yeah.
stupid guys.
You know,
Stupid.
speaking of virtual companions in Fallout games, the funny thing, there were, like, for Fallout 3 in New Vegas, there were a lot of modded companions.
Yeah.
Who were,
the modding
well,
community
they
is
were a lot more
huge.
better thought out and
Of course.
programmed than the original ones.
Oh, really?
And actually,
Yeah.
Check them out.
the Skyrim
I like vanilla.
had a lot of artificial intelligence followers and a lot of mods that are even better. So
Yeah.
maybe they did learn, but I'm just quite
Modders
skeptical
did.
of stuff. That's
Modders
Anyway,
definitely did
but
learn.
guys,
Fallout 4, what I want to...
Yeah.
all.
Good.
There is one thing about Fallout 4 that we actually did amend. There's the main thing that they created the Pip-Boy.
The real life Pip-Boy.
The real life-
The collector's edition.
It's not a smartphone, but it's a case for a smartphone. Basically, it's a gauntlet.
On your
I
Yeah.
actually wanted
And-
to craft one of those back a few days. Well, not like a year ago. I thought of an idea. How can I make one? And I
This is gonna really ease up your cosplay. You want it? Just buy the collector's edition.
it can be really
Even
cool
the
if you put your GPS on it or something.
Well, you put your phone inside.
Yeah, but
yeah,
and use the
Very cool.
companion app that they will develop for the game. So basically, you are able to play the game and use your Pip-Boy abilities from your phone as a companion.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and you don't
Cool
need
idea.
to own the casket, the brace itself, but you
Yeah.
can use your phone just lying around when you are playing Fallout 4. So it is
might
an
look
interesting
weird.
link.
might
Well, the
look
hype
weird.
is real anyway.
Yeah,
And we also-
will play it, and we will share our
Definitely.
opinions there. That's all.
But mention
Have
the
they
release date,
announced
right?
the release
We
date?
have. Well,
We have one.
I'm pretty sure Fallout 4 already has one. It's the 10th of November.
This year.
Yes.
Yep.
That's quick.
Exactly, and in the following days they're going to announce the collector's edition. We already know the pricing. It's going to be like something like 120 or 130 euros.
Yes,
for us.
120 on Amazon.
20.
It is 111 euros. Yes.
Collector's edition.
It's already
Yes,
on
yes.
Amazon.
Yes,
quite
it is.
pricey.
Our last
But
check
it is with the
not.
gauntlet. Guys, let's move on. We have a lot of events going on because, well, we are quite tight on the time. So I will start, just talking about Athena once again because the event is coming. It will be already next week. It will be on this 27th and 28th. And, well, we are quite filled. Both UniCon and Geek World Trade buses are quite filled, but we still can. Well, if you want to apply, you can contact us. We'll find a place for you. And well, I am very, very, very willing to go to there and have some fun with comrades and both people from Lithuania and hang out with old friends from Riga. And I hope I will see a lot of you out there.
So, are you as hyped as Fallout 4 hyped?
Oh, I didn't care about Fallout 4, guys. I'm a
You can burn both of us, actually.
Yep, it's just gonna be me.
Actually,
Eclair, I was kind of thinking, maybe let's just hang out the two of us and leave Mac to the burning. But
okay, so I'm the witch now.
You know, the thing is,
everyone's the witch.
We can burn you. Because
wait.
You're deviant. You're the deviant in this one.
Oi. No.
Okay,
no.
So
Oi. We're taking the show over.
Talking about things burning, I do believe you have a Mortal Kombat tournament to announce.
There is a Mortal Kombat tournament coming up at a place called Kad Zebras Deg.
That's a fun name.
Mortal Kombat tournament, 27th of this month.
Yeah,
so it's
of
pretty
June.
Soon. Yeah, June.
And as I know, this place is on Zrnovo Street.
Yeah, it's on Zrnovo Street 104, and the tournament will take place at 7 o'clock. So if you want to apply or learn something about the event, just Google it on the Facebook.
We'll have a link.
Don't Google it. Facebook it.
Don't Google. We have the link. It's cool.
Yeah. Ah, right. Of course.
Yeah.
Technologies, we're using them.
Of course.
Yeah. So check out the links and have fun
but
with the
nothing
tournament.
Nothing stops there. There's still events coming up, and definitely we have to plug in some UniCons, some good UniCons. So basically, this weekend is packed with UniCon. So UniCon Games Evening, tabletops, all of that good jazz. It's on Saturday, basically the 20th of June. Starts at 2. It's at the NVO, so it's always been held. Laimdotas Iela 42. Guys, any of you joining that?
I think I should. I never been to one, but I think I should. Maybe I will pick up some stickers too, just to hang out to people.
More stickers.
And just hang out, talk about E3. Maybe because I didn't have enough time to talk about E3 on this podcast. I think I'll need a couple of hours.
Would need a separate.
I think none of us did because there's a lot of stuff and
too much.
If you want to talk about E3, come see us. We can always talk about E3 and not just E3. Anything like if you like Mockingjay or if you're hyped for True Detective.
And as I know,
talk to us.
I know, there is a UniCon event on Sunday too, after the tabletops.
Yep, just as I mentioned, this weekend is packed with UniCon. So basically on Sunday, the 21st of June, there's the second UniCon meetup outdoors. Basically, it's the same thing as the first one. It was fun. Me, Mac, and Eclair, all of us were there. We
played poker.
Badge.
I hope that there won't be any wind this time, and I will be able to play poker just casually without trying to pick up the flying cards everywhere.
What's the fun in it then?
Well, it's.
And we should get more
There is no fun in poker. Use the poker face.
Yeah, just poker face.
Yes.
So anyway, it's gonna be at the same place, Kronwald Parks, and it's gonna begin at 2. So
come
I
hang
haven't
out.
planned my weekend, but I definitely gonna attend at least one of them. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's pretty good since it's 2 days.
Yeah.
1 day probably will be free for that.
So we can definitely all meet up, and you can guys also to come up, talk with us, check us out, discuss
I hope
some
you will
things,
be-
Get some stickers.
some feedback. That would be great.
Speaking of stickers, we should probably start killing the fire and go cut out some stickers.
guys!
What?
UniCon
Yeah?
2015 is getting closer and closer.
Oh yeah. Right
Yeah,
away.
so you definitely gotta go get them tickets. You'll also have a chance to meet us, talk with us, join us on our camping grounds, because we will all be right in the middle of the venue. We will have an actual camp there.
Yep.
Real
And
Real
play
thing.
some-
in addition, during
Yeah?
the second day of the event, after 5 o'clock, I think, we have booked a special panel in the presentation hall where we will just hang out, talk about these kind of topics,
yeah.
and have fun. Maybe just
Maybe.
have a lottery of some T-shirts. I don't know. We'll see.
Yep. We're definitely gonna go probably play some board games. Just in general, have a chill out zone. So definitely feel free to come out, talk, hang out, hug if you want to, etc., etc. It's all good. But with that, okay, guys, it's time to put out the fire since someone ate all the marshmallows.
Oh
Eclair,
my
I'm looking
God.
at you.
No.
So
Well,
let's just
Seriously?
leave. Seriously, dude. Come
Party
on, just
pooper.
leave some. Okay?
I'll get some more for the next one.
Yeah,
You definitely have to.
It's your time next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Okay,
I
so
can,
let's-
I can feel free to eat.
So
those.
let's just leave for the tent. So guys, join us next time on our next Geek Camp. So like, comment, subscribe for more, and Geek Scout out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.